Hello, welcome to this video. We're going to take a look at some of the transitions in Premiere. It's going to be like a little introduction. Um, and you can see what we've got here. We've got basically got a video that it's kind of like quite light. And I edited this video yesterday. And I'll show you what I did to it, and we'll see if maybe there's a different solution. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with one of the edits here. So in the effects, what we can do is, and in case you're wondering, because I'm going to be doing quite a lot of Premiere videos, the way I've got my screen set up, you can see literally everything. This is kind of cut off, but there's nothing actually underneath this. It's just to get the perfect size, right? But the graphics, so these are all the buttons that you get in the expert mode in Premiere. Okay, so we look here, there's a variety of different options, right? So the one that I used was in this one called New Blue, and there's a lot of New Blue things in there. And I actually use one in Hollywood Looks as well, but this is the one that I did first of all. Was it that one? Maybe it wasn't actually. Oh no, it was this one actually. Yeah, it was. So I use this one, New Blue and Cartoonr plus Elements. I guess there's only one. For some reason I thought there were more, but you can access them all anyway. So yeah, so if you put this on here, you can see the effect that you get. So yeah, this is how you so yeah, so this is the one that I chose, the Cartoonr plus one. If you click here, you can open to view the effects which apply to your clip. There's actually a variety of different things that I chose through. One of the things, I think this is hard light. Let's have a look at this one. Yeah, and I sort of came to the conclusion that, I don't know, a few of these ones in Cartoonr Plus just to sort of show what we've got here. Because I feel like I was reading about like vivid light, and I feel like it's better for darker scenes. Let's have a look at this one. I wonder if you could, is this speed up or thing? I was trying to do the, hmm. You can see here, the other problem is if you're trying to show stuff, I could have used smooth font here. The hearts you can't see that well though. But I don't know if I could even fix this, right? Like if I use this, there's various options that you've got down here as well. Um, um, let's change the blend. Yeah, see, if you have it blend at 0, it'll go back to what it was normally. So I think for a lot of these things, you want to have a blend quite low. Now let's see how this one looks. If I just put the blend like that, it will look better, right? I don't know. Like I said, I'm just like, messing around with some of this stuff. So, um, color shift, interesting. Color. So this wow. Let's try. I can actually put the blend higher when the color is. So that gives an interesting effect as well. If we have the color really high. Let's just have a look at this one. This is not at all what I did, but I'm just like messing around at this point. That looks cool, that doesn't it? That effect on the cactus. Let's have a look, see what it looks like. Hmm. Interesting. Kind of does look cool though, the texture. I just like it's. You have to think about like what texture you actually want, right? Uh, and there's so much just within this Cartoonr Plus because it looks like it's just one thing, but really, it's a lot of stuff. Um, paint layers. What's this do? Mm, contrast. Mm. I think a low contrast and a high blend actually looks kind of cool. Let's have a look at this one. I wanted like what I think I'll do like for each one, I'll try to find like the best thing. Right? I think that makes sense. Okay, so let's have a look at this. See what we've got. Okay, that's actually really nice. I like these sort of like it's almost like isobars, isn't it? The problem is the text at the top right is illegible. But again, with smooth font, maybe I could fix that. You know what I might do actually, just to make this a bit easier. What I could do is, which one do I like to use? Yeah, we can turn the volume. I'm not exactly sure, like, because to be honest, like, I think if I just do this, should should lower the volume a bit because I'm not really interested in the volume. That's fine. Yeah, so these are like the basic. These are the basic ones, but we're not really that interested in that because it's not that interesting what you can do with these. It's far more interesting what I was just doing. So let's have a look back in here. So this is a good preset. I think this is a good preset for this. It's density. Well, that really. What happened there? Yeah. So I think like this is pretty good, right? For what we've got. I mean, that looks good. It's got a nice. It's got a nice depth of color. And interestingly, I lowered the contrast massively. Lowering the contrast and the blend is at 100. Hmm. Okay. Just looking at my settings, and of course we put the color at 100 as well. All right, so let's remove that one and try something else. And let's just try and get like something that works. Let's try the most difficult ones. Let's try night, for instance. Okay, so the default, let's have a look at that. I like the effect on the panel on the side. Hmm. So it's almost like it's like a game of like what do you have to do to fix so you can actually view things. So we look at the settings. You know what I'm thinking? It's like, is it just like the case that these are all just I guess that's what it's like. The preset is just it just sets certain values here, doesn't it? I kind of didn't really think of it like that before. But still, we might be able to come to like different solutions after it. Do we need to sharpen here maybe? How do we sharpen? You do need more colour though, don't you? The reason why it looks like washed out like this is once I put the colour in, it will be fine, right? Not really. There is still that washed out look. Let me just see what it looks like that. That's kind of cool though. There's a real difference between the. I noticed that when you're nearer the sky, it's much bluer. Yeah, interesting. I think that's probably about as good as we'll get for that one. Well, just have a little more of a look. Color shift. Is it just me, or is this the blue at -100 is dark blue, and here it's like turquoise. So the blue is actually changing, and the yellow is going as well. So basically, yellow is going from yellow to like pink almost through red. That's kind of crazy. So look there. Get some amazing effects, don't you? Yeah. Oh, that's cool. That was cool. That interesting. So yeah, let's just keep on going with this. Let's just try from a different preset and try and like achieve different effects. Um, really bad dream. Should we try that one? So we'll look at the default there. Mm, okay. Well, I don't know. Again, it seems to be one way. If you lower the contrast, it instantly looks better. I think that's maybe the trick with this. Wow, also the hearts look much clearer. Oh well, depends on the background. What does this thing do? Hmm. Okay. Well, yeah. I don't know about this one. Let's try dense texture. Let me just see. Like, I think if you just know what you're looking for, like, how could we do like a dense one, right? How are we going to make this look better? Because it looks terrible. I feel like dense texture obviously sets the density at 100, so pretty crazy. So how are we gonna fix this? Clean up. What does that mean? Oh, interesting. When you get to so if you have density, it will go like really speckled. But if you do clean up, will completely fix it. Interesting. Well, this is a completely white screen. I think that is actually useful to have that if you were doing like a layering effect. I wonder if I could make it so the whole screen's completely white. What if I just bumped up the brightness massively? Yeah, that's pretty close. Because what you could do, I guess, if you could change bits of the screen to be certain. You know, when you fall, watch. Yeah. Why are you over here, buddy? I still haven't quite worked out how to navigate properly in this. Uh, the thing is, it's like it's just a case. If I could just work out how to get rid of the blacks, right, then I could. I wonder how I can do that. Let me change the blend here. It's weird. When the blend is on 0, does it literally just look? It doesn't matter what your other effects are. I guess that's like such a global effect. Yeah, this looks pretty. Yeah, that looks like what it normally looks like. Blend contrast. So contrast doesn't really help, right? If you lower the contrast, there'll be more color though, which is interesting. Color. I'm just trying to think like, how do we get? How do you get rid of those lines, right? Smoothing. Mix. No. Oh wow. Oh, wait a minute. Let me just put mix at 100 and 0 rather, or 1 or whatever. Yeah, that does it. That is very close to doing it. I think that's it. I don't know what the point of this is, but it is interesting nonetheless. For some reason, there's a little that little tiny thing at the bottom. Why is there a little bit at the bottom? That's super annoying. But still, that's kind of crazy that you can literally turn it into a white screen just by doing mix on 0. All right, I think that's probably about as far as we can go with this one. I just want to see then. Say we did a. You know what? I think this was the one I actually used. Yeah, this is sorry. This is the one I actually used for the video. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and it says that vivid light is better in dark. So what if I change the mix here to 0 here? Ah, this might have actually been even better than what I chose. So this might have been better than what I chose. Let's have a look at this one. So this is just vivid light, and the mix is 0. It's It's pretty nice, this. The thing is, my idea was that this was the best one. Oh, man, it's just a nice paint effect there. I do like this one. Um, so we have the mix as 0. I'd say that's a benchmark. I'm pretty sure I put the blend and the color to 100. So that might be the way to do it. Put it on vivid light, do the mix 0, and blend and color at 100. That might be just the what I want. It's a bit much now, isn't it? It is very painterly, isn't it? I think maybe that is too painterly. Like, yeah, because lowering the contrast again will help, right? The thing is, lower the contrast almost increases the sharpness for some reason. If you look at the contrast here, it does. It's definitely sharper. It definitely looks sharper. The edge is sharper. Cause I guess it's because it's. See, there's no real edge there, and then there's an edge here. So that would massively increase the sharpness, right? Shading. So if you lower the shading, it's more like. Let's try this one. So many cool things you can do with this. Can't read it, what it says in the top right at all now. Huh. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool. Let's look at some of the other. We'll just to finish off this look at these particular elements. We'll just look at some of the other presets. Pencil test. So that's got a very high mix. Density and clean up a high. Color is minus 100 contrast. Huh. That's very interesting. Just give me a sec. I wonder if I could do something with those. Yeah, next time I think like I almost want to try something with those blotches to try to do something cool with them that appear. That might be fun. Illustration is what? Illustration does that. Splashy paint. Splashy paint looks similar to what I've been doing already. Blend is 100, contrast 61. I guess it's just getting used to this particular filter and stuff, isn't it? So architecture looks like dense texture a bit. Like how different is rich colours from vivid colours? That's the thing. A little bit different, but it's not that different. I think what I'd need to do is write down. You know what I need to do probably? If I really wanted to understand this, I would need to find a list of all the different presets Yeah, just study it, I guess. And of course, we've got opacity as well. The interesting thing, of course, is I think there's a way. The problem is this is getting into stuff that I can't quite remember how to do. You need to do like a layer with a. Can I put it in here maybe? I need like a matte track or something, right? I don't know if that's possible with this. New. Yeah. Well, well, anyway, there's lots of more stuff to check out. We've got still got a lot of different. I think one of the other ones I used was one of these Hollywood looks as well. We might look at the Hollywood looks. I just need to think of like a good way to show this information. Invert. Invert is crazy. I also messed with this one. You can invert in like this was a cool one, I think. Yeah, you can really change the color of it. Like if you do an invert in trying to think like which one I did. I think it might have been luminance invert. Yeah, see, luminance is an interesting one. Let's just have a quick look at that one. You don't get as many options for this. Because you could really do a lot with this video, right? You could. I wonder if I could take like, because there's going to be like these moments, right, where you just when just falling through the ground. See, this would be the only way that I could actually see like something going on, like dust. I don't know. Where can I put that in video? You need to actually download it. Okay. So if I extended, can I extend on there? What is going on? See, that's an interesting one, right? I don't think you could like copy it multiple times. I could probably change the size of it though. Let's have a look, see what it actually looks like. I don't know why I can't even. Okay, I can see it now. Used to be able to shift on these things. This is an animation, right? Is it an animation? Let me just see what it looks like. Oh, it is an animation. Interesting. Can we? Just trying to think. I don't know why it doesn't show up here. Hello. I think maybe it's not rendered. There it is. So if we look at what the options are for a graphic, let's have a look at that. Can we not see the options for the graphic? I didn't want to do that. Select. Okay, so we can select different things. Safe margins. I don't know what that means. think we may have to click on here. How is it a PNG? I don't even understand how that even makes any sense. It has audio on it? Really? 93 frames with a duration of 1/25th of what? Average frame rate is 20. Duration is 3 seconds. But I don't think I can. Yeah, you can change the size of it by doing this, right? If you go time stretch, yeah, it's 343, right? So if I wanted to make it longer, that would work, would it? Yes. Would I then be able to see it properly? Interesting. But where is the option to actually change the size of it? Apply video merge. I know. I realise at this point we're completely gone off a completely different subject. But it's just going to be like that here. No, 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 no. What happens if I do a video merge on it? I wonder. So if I make it larger, I need to make it much larger, right? Oh, okay. That's pretty crazy, that. So let's see how this would look. Not bad, actually. That's actually pretty cool. Should we just make the whole, just because, to be honest, this is really not part of this video. What we're going to do though is just to end this video. This tends to, I sort of had an anticipation this might happen. So the video length is about 140. It's going to be going really slow then if I do it like this. I just want to see like what it looks like really slow. And then we might change it to these settings that we want. It's weird though. It's funny because the frames of the clip is not interesting. Okay, I understand how it works now. Because the thing is, like, I was thinking, like, what are these graphics? But I realised these actually could be quite good.